So I've had 200 booked calls on my schedule this week, and agents have been saying, dude, I love the whiteboard videos, man. Let me know in the comments below if you love the whiteboard videos. This video is how to make $30,000 in 1 month as a life insurance agent. I'm gonna walk through the specifics, the numbers, the data. I'm even gonna get into actual lead options that you should be considering. And at any point, if you're like, dude, I like what you're saying, I wanna try some of this out, we have a link in the description below for you to actually talk to my team or I on how to implement this and actually make that kind of money. I believe that if you follow this and you do what we talk about, every single person that jumps on this can 100% go and make 30K in a month. Okay, so the first thing is, right, which it is relevant, like I'm gonna kind of talk about premium, right? So let's just mention, like it's funny, like literally you could be on anywhere from like a 10 to like a 150, right? I mean, just like, who knows, okay? Right? But it's relevant a little bit because then you'll start to back into like, if you wrote 30K, but you make 50% commission, you really made 15 grand, right? Okay, so you gotta think through that piece as far as like actual money in your pocket, the bank, okay? Average policy value. Okay, let's just assume that like for every premium dollar, that's what you get paid for easy math. Okay, so we'll just use 100, okay? I'm not saying that's the case, we're just gonna use it, okay? So that means you need to write 30K in premium, okay? As an example, if you make 50%, just double it. I need to write 60K in premium, okay? Average policy value, let's just say it's like $1,000, again, for easy math's sake. Also, if you sell final expense, maybe a little lower. If you sell IULs, definitely be bigger. If you sell term, mortgage protection, it could be about this or even a little bit higher too, okay? So we'll just use that as an example. So that means you need 30 policies, okay, to equal 30K. 30,000 in premium divided by $1,000, boom, I need to write 30 policies, okay? With me so far, okay? Closing rate. Now, this is where we get into, well, you know what, when I actually talk to, let's just say from conversations. Dude, when I talk to someone and I talk to them for at least 5 minutes and they have interest, Cody, I tend to convert like, let's just say half. Dude, yesterday was like, dude, I closed 90% of everybody I talked to. I'm like, I don't know if I believe you, but whatever, okay? Let's call it 50%, okay, of like good conversations. I'm not saying leads, right? In that case, you need 60 conversations in a month. Fair? Then, let's just say that of the conversations, let's just say that you were able to get 1 out of, every 4 leads to like get to this number. Okay, as a general example, I'm just throwing some stuff out there, but you can get the idea, okay? But I can see some of this happening, right? 1 in 4 can get to here, which really means you're closing like 1 in 8, right? But 1 in 4, you're getting to a conversation, but you're closing 50% of those, which means you're like 1 in 8, okay? So by that math, you would need 2 out of 1 in 8 leads, as an example, to write 30, you would need 240 leads, okay? As a general example, to talk to 60 well and to sell 30, okay? Hypothetically, once again, I wouldn't say these numbers are that far off though, really. I mean, if I do an average of a bunch of different agents, some agents are like, dude, I definitely don't close 1 in 8 leads. And agents are different, you know what I mean? Like some athletes are better, like freaking Jimmy Butler's going off, man. But then like the dude that's like undrafted that's playing, he ain't going off, right? There's different varies of skill. I don't care if you're an NBA or an insurance agent. It just is. And some of you are like, dude, it's always the leads. I'm terrible. Like, it's always the lead's fault. They're all terrible. Like, maybe accept responsibility. Are there leads that are better than others? Sure. Are there batches of leads and like timing of leads? All those things are true, okay? But you have to look within and say, okay, what can I do better? And if you keep buying the same leads that aren't making any money, dude, shame on you. Like you couldn't, I want to return. I at least want to break even, right? And learn and then get better, okay? But I also, what's funny is, I mean, dude, I sold somebody 20 leads like 5-6 years ago and they wrote 8 of them, okay? And I'd be like, dude, also don't expect a 40% closing rate when you buy anything from me, okay? However, because the expectations are really high. However, he's like, dude, I'm not buying any more of these because I didn't sell enough. I'm like, dude, you sold 8 flipping policies. You made a bunch of money. Yeah, but they didn't all buy. I'm like, oh my gosh. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that, cat, okay? Now that we've understand the math behind this, okay, of how you can do that. Also, if you have 240 leads, like you've got to have 60 good conversations. That's really only 15 good convos per week. Okay, then it starts to become manageable and it makes sense, right? Okay, also if you're like, dude, I'm paying, I don't know, let's just say that you're paying, $40 for a lead as a general example. Well, in that example, that means that if you're paying $40, then you're going to spend, what is that, like, it's not quite 10 grand. What is it, like $9,600, I think, something like that. Okay, $9,600. Would you invest $9,600 to write 30? Well, and everybody, like, dude, if you go to the casino and you give them $1 and they give you just over $3. Yeah, right. I think Dylan, dude, he's played a bunch of blackjack. You'd probably give him 1 if they'd give you 3. Okay, right, dude, he would. He's like, yes. Okay, but agents are like, dude, I want to do this, but I don't want to do this. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Like, if I would give you, if you gave me $2,500 and I give you $7,500 in life insurance commissions, dude, that's the answer, right? You're like, dude, well, yeah, but I want to make $300,000. Then in this wild, interesting, unique example, spend 100, make 3, net 2. Dude, I'm not on a 66% margin in my business. Like, dude, in a service-based business like this, okay, we do about 150 grand a week, about 600K a month. Right now, we're going to scale and be bigger. And 30 grand a day on business day is not bad. However, dude, if I'm at 10 million bucks as an example, I'm lucky to net 2. Right? So think about that. You're netting way more. But it's okay for me to net less, but it's not okay for you to net more. Don't make any sense. Okay? Now let's talk about the different lead types that you should be considering with this. There's a lot of different ways. I've got these new CA branded leads, right? I've got them for life, final expense, and retirement. Again, link is below to actually talk to my team or I about how these work. What's cool about these is it's actually me on video talking to consumers, running them from my social media. You know what's funny, Dylan? No lie. We literally just had someone, Brooke answers the phone. If you call our office, like Brooke will answer. Brooke answered the phone, and she's like, do we sell final expense here now? Because a lady just called in wanting to buy a final expense policy for like $28 a month. I'm like, no, I mean, technically not, but maybe we'll just start that off to the side because we have another agency, right? But it's funny because they're calling in from these ads that I'm running from my stuff. They're like, I want to buy a final expense policy from Cody Askins, right? Okay? Now, CA branded, me on my videos, consumer, my social media, very transparent too with these types of leads, because what's happening is I'm actually jumping on camera and I'm saying, as for final expense, I'm saying pay close attention. There's an affordable burial life insurance plan available, okay? Or for the life side, right? I'm like, hey, before you buy life insurance, there's a cheat code you may not have known where you can get all your money back if you don't pass away. It's called return of premium. Like, I'm getting on camera actually educating consumers. You're also getting 9 different fields like beneficiary and if they have coverage currently, right? It also says on the 4 different steps on the page that like it's a simple and affordable process, and they have continued to below to see if they qualify for coverage. Like, it's very obvious and transparent. We're not trying to, misdirect people and like fake them out and like, kind of play bait and switch on leads, right? People don't like that, right? So I'm trying to create a super transparent, higher intent lead with a bunch of fields, okay? So you want to check that out, links below. Also, one other thing that is absolutely crushing it for us right now, okay? Especially for, actually for Medicare too, but we'll just say FE, life, even Medicare, really, especially these 2 right now, is actually Google AdWords, which you don't know how to do, you don't need to know how to do, it's very complicated, etc. However, our office is actually setting up a landing page and a actual Google ad account. We're managing the campaign and keywords, okay? That's W, I guess. Managing campaigns and keywords. Then we're driving the traffic straight to your branded landing page. And then consumers are like, yes, I want to fill this out and get a free quote from XYZ insurance company. Like, it's very high intent, because most people don't know is 3% of people are actually looking for what you sell. Only 3%. But dude, guess where they're going when they're looking? They're typically going here. Okay, so if you're like, dude, I want leads, higher intent leads, I want to talk to people, This is a great option if you're like, yeah, I have a bigger budget, I've got some time and some money, or I'm running out of options because I don't do I can't find mortgage protection leads, or I want more general life leads or whatever, but I can spend $3,000 a month. Okay, this is a great option because you can actually get them at cost, and whatever comes from your budget will go straight to you. Okay, so these are options. Okay, but one of the things I know is this is possible for anyone if you understand the math, if you understand the options, and you consistently go get in front of people. Then guess what? You'll make $30K in a month as a life insurance agent. If you love this, let me know in the comments below. If you hate this, tell Dylan. Either way, love you guys, and we'll see you on the next video. Hit the link below if you want to chat. Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're gonna love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there. I'm so excited for today's CA Power Player podcast. I'm your host, Cody Askins. We got a special guest. He is back on the channel talking about how to sell life insurance from home. Here's what I love about this person. Okay, I'm telling you, this will be one of the best.